Eclectic Muse, and because it is the month of February, the Sabbath that is most precious and special to me is Imbolc, because it is the holiday of my own personal goddess. So I thought we would have fun with rafia. And what will we be making? Of course, Brigid dollies. It is a little hard this time of year, especially in Utah, to find reeds to be able to do this from the fresh flora of our own landscape here. So raffia from Michael's I thought would be absolutely perfect. You can embellish your Brigid dolly in any way, shape, or form that you'd like. I chose this red flower because it is the pre-onset of spring, and Brigid is a fire goddess, so I chose red. You can also just embellish them with a pretty red ribbon, or even yellow or orange, or whichever one you feel most drawn to. Another thing that you can also do is I save a bunch of bling and little rhinestones, and that is actually what I used to oh, where is she? Here she is. Put in the center of this flower. You can use dried flowers or just leave her plain if you'd like. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to make one. They're relatively easy, but it can be incredibly messy. So here we go. So first what I like to do is we're going to make her arms, and I take just a little strand about this size, and I like to fold it over, as you can see, and then I fold it over one more time. I like my dolly to have rounded edges for her arms. So go ahead and we take this batch, and yes, it is messy, and then we're going to go ahead and cut off the excess here. The next thing I do is just kind of give it a nice twist like this, and I find another piece of just standard raffia here, pull it out, and this is what I use to actually tie the bundle together. It is kind of challenging to work with, and unfortunately we only have 2 hands when you actually need probably about 10. So I make just a little knot. I turn it over, make another knot, and I just want to secure it nice and tight. There we go. Let's make one more knot. And there you go, bada bing. Trim off the excess. And there you go. You can also tie some extra raffia around near to the ends to give it a neater bunched look if you wish. So let's go ahead and get that done as well. I hope everyone out there is doing well and having a wonderful 2020 so far. I know I definitely am, and especially with Imbolc, it is a time for me of reflection and focusing on those things that I would like to accomplish for the year. Because Brigid is a fire goddess, I love to use her energy to motivate me to move forward in those decisions and choices that are, well, healthy. And that her fire is my fire, and it is my fuel to keep going and never, ever, ever give up. So, all right, so let's get this baby tied. And I always kind of hate to do these videos because it's kind of like everything is kind of messy and cattywampus, but is cattywampus actually a word? Anyway, so go ahead and I trim off the ties, and now we have her arms. Next, I take another bunch, and you can make it as thick and make her as big as you'd like, but I like to take a nice bunch, separate it out. Okay. Whew. I'm gonna have this stuff all over the place. Oh wait, her arms disappeared. Here we go, arms, come back. Okay, arms. All right, so now for your Brigid head, you want to get a fairly nice long strand and fold it in half, as you can see. And this is going to be her head and her skirt. I'd like to pull it out. There we go. Okay. As you can see, I'm going to give it a nice trim here, just like so. All right, push that out of the way. So then I kind of like to just nice and shape it with my hands. I kind of like to decide which is going to be the front, and I think this will be the front. So you see this little hoop right here? We're going to stick the arms in. So you stick the arms in like so. And it does require, like I said, many, many hands. So as you can see, there's her torso. This is going to be her head. Now, if need be, you can use a rubber band to help hold everything in place, because I know I am a klutz. So let's get this rubber band in here just to hold everything in place. Some people actually use and leave the rubber bands on. I don't. I kind of prefer the more natural look. I just use the rubber bands to hold everything into place. Okay, so there she's coming along. All right, so next, again, I find another piece of rafia, or cut one if need be, and I'm going to tie it around her torso right here. How many of you out there are curious or interested or intrigued by who Brigid is? I know she came to me in a rather unconventional way. I was actually writing a paper for a mythology class, and the question posed was, if you could be any god or goddess, who would it be? And at that time, I really just didn't have a patroness or patron god or goddess. And searching the internet and coming across all the different pantheons, I came across Brigid, and I thought, who is this? And upon reading about her, I knew instantaneously that she was the one that I was most drawn to. And I loved who she was and the aspects that she represented. So, all right, so now we have a head that we need to tie off. So we'll go ahead. Sorry if it's been off camera here. All right, I'm going to take the second piece of rafia, and we're going to tie it around and create essentially a neck. So go this way and this way. Flip her over. And again, you can fasten this however you choose. This is just my preferred method. There is no right or wrong, as I'm sure each and every single Brigid dolly is going to be gorgeous. All right, so there we go. Now we do need to do a little bit of some trimming and shaping, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off some of the excess that I used to tie. And you know, some of these thingies out here, you can certainly trim. It's kind of like giving a haircut. So I'm trimming her up. Okay, got that. Oh, wait a minute, we got some, let's go over here and fix her arms a little bit. It's not going to be exceptionally neat and tidy, but you know what? It doesn't have to be. Trim off some of this, and let's trim off over here. Oh, and she's got some wild hairs going, so let's take those off. Okay, so I kind of like to shape her head a little bit. Then the next thing that I like to do is create a skirt. And so I just kind of spread out the bottom of the raffia. You can see in some areas it's a little uneven, so I give her a little skirt. I kind of trim that up, and oh, there's a little spot, and there's your Brigid dolly. Again, you can leave her just as she is. You can embellish her with maybe some beads or some flowers or more ribbons. What I will probably do too is put some more ties around her arms. But there's your Brigid dolly. So I hope you enjoyed this. It was really super easy, and be prepared, you will have a mess. But oh gosh, it is kind of fun. Anyway, take care, be blessed, and have the most abundant, blessed Imbolc.